Okay, so now that we found our x and y intercepts, we are going to interpret them. We are going to say what it means. So this graph is about a hot air balloon that we obviously know is going down because we can see our slope is negative. So our x-intercept represents 2.3 hours, and then we have 0 as our height because our y is height and our time is hours. So what would that mean? At 2.3 hours, our height is 0. It takes 2.3 hours to reach the ground. Oh. Okay. Then we also have 0, 3,500 for our height. So 0 is our time again, and 3,500 is our height from the ground. So then we can say it starts at 3,500 feet. So the elevation or the starting altitude, hot air balloon starts at 3,500 feet. Okay, slope. And when we find slope, we have to pick 2 good points, maybe even more, to see that this is a constant slope. So I know I'm up here at 3,500, and another good point looks like it's right there, and right there, and right there, and right there. It looks like your points should be evenly spaced out when you're finding these good points. What does it say up here? Okay. So let's count our rise over run. So of course we know we are going down. So this was 3,500, and we're coming down, and then we're coming over, and then we're coming down, and then we're coming over. And that same thing's happening over and over and over again. So if this is 2,500, then this is 2,750. And it's going over, what, half an hour? So for my slope, we're coming down from 3,500 to 2,750. So 3,500 minus 2,750, that's negative 750 feet. And that was coming over a half of an hour. So if I look at this in a different way that maybe makes more sense, I can see that this is coming down 1,500 and coming over 1 hour. I can look at it that way too. A bigger triangle. Down 1,500 and over 1. And those fractions are equivalent. So that will be my slope, negative 1,500 feet per hour. Okay, bike ride. So again, we see we have a negative slope, and our bike ride distance from the rec center. So we're getting closer to the rec center as we go. So our x-intercept is 28,0 right here, and our y-intercept is 0.9. And our x-intercept means that it takes 28 minutes to ride to the rec center. 0.9 means that's miles, 9 miles. So the rec center is 9 miles away from where you start. Okay, and our slope, let's find some good points here. I see there. So that's down 4 over 12 minutes. I could look at the triangle as a whole, down 9 over 28. Let's see if those are equivalent. Not quite. So is this not exactly? Let's see. They're not exactly equivalent. Does that not go? I would do this down 9 over 28 just to be exact, because it looks like it doesn't exactly go through that point if we look really closely. So we know 9 and 28 are definitely our points there. So, okay, and that would be miles per minute. All right. Find the rate of change of y with respect to x. So we're finding our slope, we're finding our rate of change. We're going to use our formula, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Now I can pick any 2 points to use. So I'm going to pick some easy ones here. I'm going to pick these ones. And I'm going to avoid my decimals, but I'm going to show you we'll get the same answer if I use my decimals. Okay, so let's call this point x1, y1, x2, y2. So I have -8 minus -28 divided by 1 minus -4. Okay. -8 minus -28. We know we have to add here. So that will be 20. And again, we have to add here. So that will be 5. And 20 divided by 5 is 4. So I'm going to show you a harder way. I'm going to use 2 different points that are a little more complicated. So let me erase this stuff so we can see. All right, let's call this x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. Okay, same formula. So if I have y2 minus y1, and then x2 minus x1. Again, we have negative, negative, which is going to become a positive. So -3 plus 25 is 22. Now we have 2.25, and then negative, negative becomes a positive, plus 3.25. That would be 5.5. I'm going to divide those in my calculator. 22 divided by 5.5 is again 4. So either way you do it, you're going to get 4 as your rate of change or your slope. Okay, same thing over here. I'm only going to do this one way. So I don't really have a choice. I have to use a decimal. So let me just pick these first 2. x1, y1, x2, y2. -9 minus -14 divided by -1.5 minus -4. Negative, negative is going to become a positive, and -9 plus 14 is 5. And -1.5 plus 4 is 2.5. Use my calculator. 5 divided by 2.5 is 2.